Hello, my YouTube family. Today, I want to talk about what's going on in North Carolina, here where I live. There has been a lot of wildfires that's been going on, and it is getting close to home from what I have saw. And we all need to take the time and to pray that the firefighters and all of the emergency folks come back home safe, because everybody knows that a wildfire is one of the most dangerous disasters that can happen. And as long as I've been around, I don't honestly know or have heard of wildfires that have hit North Carolina before. If I have, I'm sorry. But to my knowledge, this is the first time I've ever heard anything about wildfires happening here. But let's just take the time to think about the firefighters and all the emergency responders, and pray for them. And even if you're not from here or from any place that has had histories of wildfires or whatever, you need to thank them, everybody, police officers to the paramedics to the firefighters, all of them. Thank them for their services. Thank them for putting their life on the line for us. They are putting their lives on the lines for our kids, for our families. Just like soldiers. They did the same thing. They put their lives on the line to keep us Americans safe. Even if you're not, there's all over the world, there's soldiers, there's policemen, there's firefighters, there's, paramedics. Anywhere, all around the world, we need to thank them for their dedication and their sacrifice to help keep all of us civilians safe. And it's really, really hard, especially for the families who has to kiss their husband or their wives or their mothers or going, so on and so forth, kissing them bye for the day, but not really knowing if they're coming home that night. And just thinking about it, that is a scary, scary thought. And I did EMT work for a minute, not long, but I've seen it, and I've seen what happens, and I've seen the happy side of it, and I've seen the scary side of it, and I've seen the sad side of it. And everybody takes them people for granted. They take them for granted, like, oh well, the police. A lot of people are like, oh, all policemen are bad. No, they're not. Not all of them. Not all of them. Now, and the firefighters. Now, just because that there's not no fire, they still have a job to do. They are usually the first people at a wreck site or at any kind of site, really. They are usually the first ones there. And then there's the police. Police, firemen, and then the paramedics. But still, it doesn't matter the order in which they come. It's just the fact of the matter is that they put their lives on the line to help us, to serve us, to help keep us safe. And it's so great. It's so great to see people to put their lives on the line. But a lot of people take them for granted. I've even taken them for granted, and I've been through it. I've worked, you know, dealing with that. And we just all need to come together and say a prayer for North Carolina, say a prayer for Georgia, say a prayer for Tennessee. All the places right now who are being affected by these wildfires. Because if it wasn't for the firemen, for the emergency response units, all them, everywhere would be on fire. You get what I'm saying. So please say a prayer for all these places that are getting affected. Please thank your firemen, your police officers, your paramedics. Please thank them. Even doctors and nurses, please go thank them. Thank everybody for their hard work, their dedication, their sacrifice. Because where would we be without them? Honestly. Because I'm not a doctor. I would freak out if my house caught on fire. I have a brother who is a firefighter, and he is only a volunteer. That takes dedication. That takes love. So thank your emergency response unit. Anybody. Love you guys. Love each other. Love yourself. Stay beautiful, guys.